Could everyone please pause for a moment of silence?
The word that best describes Mason is extraordinary. Mason had a smile that was infectious. He had a kind of generosity that is rarely seen in kids or adults. Always the protector, Mason would fiercely defend the ones he loved. Mason never met a stranger and found happiness helping others. Mason was carefree and loved being outdoors. His favorite place was by a body of water with a fishing pole in his hand. Mason was always adventurous. You couldn't help but to cringe as you turned around when Mason would say, "Hey, look what I found in the woods." Mason was afraid of nothing, and it wasn't uncommon to see him carrying a snapping turtle or some semi-dangerous creature from the woods. Mason also loved to work with his hands. Mason's workbench was his happy place. If he wasn't taking apart something that was hopefully not needed anymore, he was making things for loved ones. Mason also loved trivia and could talk about the most obscure things for hours. Mason had a kind of patriotism that could bring a tear to the eye of a five-star general. He would make sure that if the American flag hit the ground, it was disposed of properly. If he saw a veteran, he would remove his hat, walk over, shake their hand, and thank them for their service.
Mason could always see the beauty within. This is how his dog Scooby came to be in their lives. When everyone else walked by this fairly unattractive dog at the shelter, Mason knew he was the one. Mason loved his Scooby. Mason was Mason. If you knew Mason, you would understand that there really is no one single word in the English language that describes how amazing Mason was. We know in our hearts that all of these wonderful things that made him the way he was will live on through others. He was bigger than life, and this world wasn't big enough for him. He always lived life on the edge. We are so very proud of our hero. This room becomes sacred when a family entrusts us with one of their most precious possessions. Mason is dear to them and a hero. We honor Mason by conducting ourselves as though the family were present. We treat Mason with respect and dignity above all else.
Be a hero, buddy.
You go show him.
Good job, bud.
Good job, buddy. I love you.
I'm not going to leave us.
Good job, Mason. Good job, Mason.